Royal Caribbean has placed the world's second largest cruise ship in Orlando's Port Canaveral for 3- and 4-night sailings to the Bahamas. But does it measure up to other Orlando vacations? As an Orlando local, I put Utopia of the Seas to the test. I'm Darren from OrlandoParksGuide.com, and I have 12 must-do activities for kids on board Utopia of the Seas. Number 12. Like most other Royal Caribbean ships, Utopia of the Seas has the award-winning Adventure Ocean Club, the cruise line's youth program that provides supervised activities and entertainment for kids ages 3 to 11. But first, the Royal Babies and Tots Nursery offers specialized care for the littlest guests. Now, Royal Babies isn't included in your cruise fare. On our sailing, the cost was $7 per hour and $8 an hour in the evening. The nursery staff are certified by the state of Florida and can feed, change diapers, and give bottles to children. Royal Caribbean follows Florida law, keeping the ratio to 1 crew member for every 3 babies. Royal Babies and Tots is limited to ages 6 months to 36 months. Expect soft play areas, toddler-appropriate toys, interactive activities, and video screens playing cartoons and kids shows. You do need to reserve a time for this program, so I recommend that you head to the nursery as soon as you get on board. This is why I always advise my people to take the earliest boarding time possible. There's lots to be done on embarkation day. Adventure Ocean Juniors on Utopia of the Seas is designed for children ages 3 to 5 years old who are potty trained. Some of the activities offered include creative play, story time, music, themed play sessions like pirate adventures, and group play that encourages making friends and sharing. Then there's Adventure Ocean Explorers for children ages 6 to 8. Activities are structured around friendly competition, themed play areas, and educational games that focus on topics like animals, colors, shapes, numbers, and basic problem solving. Children ages 9 to 11 can visit the Adventure Ocean Voyager program. Kids can enjoy interactive activities like arts and crafts, science experiments, and themed adventures such as treasure hunts around the ship or missions that have them solving mysteries. Of course, there are popular video games like NBA 2K, Mario Kart, and Madden 24. One of my favorite things about Adventure Ocean is that they have family activities too, with some dedicated spaces where families can play together. I think kids love having their parents come in and play with them. On some nights, families can watch a movie together at Adventure Ocean Theater. This is also where kids can play the lead in a circus show, a pirate show, or show off their dance moves in the talent show. They can play theater games and act in plays with other stars their age. Adventure Ocean usually operates from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m., with late night party zone typically available from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Hours vary depending on the itinerary, so it's best to check with the Kids Club schedule upon boarding. After 10 p.m., children attending Adventure Ocean can join the late night party zone until 1 a.m. for an additional fee of $10 per hour per child. The clubs are usually open when the ship is in port, and children can attend activities in Adventure Ocean even if their parents are off the ship. Kids can eat lunch together either in Adventure Ocean or sometimes they are escorted up to Windjammer's buffet. Little ones even have their own little kid-sized buffet. My best tip for Adventure Ocean is to visit on embarkation day. You'll be able to register your children, take a tour of the venues, and you'll be able to meet the staff who will be supervising your kiddos. Number 11. For my 14-year-old son, one of the standout features was the Social 100 Teen Club located on Deck 16 aft. They can make new friends and enjoy a range of activities. The club has table games, chill lounges where teens can just hang out, movie nights, scavenger hunts, and video game tournaments. Sometimes the crew reserves the sports court for basketball tournaments or even just free play. I recommend having your teen go to Social 100 on the first night because that's when the crew does a lot of the icebreakers for the kids. Teens are allowed to sign themselves in and out without an adult. Social 100 also has an outdoor teen lounge located on Deck 17 forward. There's a teen-only hot tub, a non-alcoholic bar, a selfie area, and a few games. Teens can hang out with friends in a supervised setting. The Social 100 patio requires an activated SeaPass card to enter, and they must be registered with Social 100. On our cruise, the venue had very limited operating hours compared to Wonder of the Seas, where it was open quite a bit. I don't know if this was just our cruise, but it's something to keep in mind. Number 10. Utopia of the Seas has an entire water park on Deck 15 midship. But first, there are 3 main pools, including the family-friendly beach pool, plunge pools, a water playscape for kids, and several full-sized water slides. What I like about the deck plan here is that families can stay nearby even if they have different interests. For example, the kids can do the water slides while the parents can hang out at the nearby beach pool. The Perfect Storm water park features 3 separate slides, including 2 dual racer slides where kids can see who went faster at the end. Then there's Supercell. It starts off like a normal water slide, then shoots you into a large bowl where you'll loop around before shooting down a second slide below. Lines for the water slides can get long during embarkation day and on sea days, but here's the secret. There's almost no wait at all when the slides open for the day and on port days. For little ones, there's Splashaway Bay, a huge water playground just for kids. There are water slides, water cannons, and of course a huge bucket that dumps water all over everyone. Loungers surround Splashaway Bay so parents can relax, but still keep an eye on the kiddos while they play. The Lime and Coconut Bar is located in the heart of the pool deck on Utopia of the Seas. Lime and Coconut is unique in that it spans 2 decks. I like this because you don't have to leave the pool area to get a drink. Utopia has another brand new feature that is not found on any other Oasis class ship, the spare tire food truck. It features grab-and-go snacks like pizza rolls, tacos, and churro bites. It's okay, its offerings didn't blow me away here, but it's convenient if nothing else. I'd rather go to Windjammers, which is nearby, and get something to go. Number 9. There's even more watery fun for kids on Deck 16 aft, where you'll find the Flowrider Surf Simulator. This is a Royal Caribbean staple on Oasis class ships. Kids that are at least 52 inches can take surfing and bodyboard lessons, or just give it a try and see how they do. I recommend booking one of the paid lessons because it's not something you can just pick up in a few minutes. Flowrider is a giant trampoline, so when the kids wipe out, they just bounce around until they land in the back. You'll need to sign a waiver, so arrive about 30 minutes before the posted start time on the Royal Caribbean app. Lines can get long, so you want to arrive early or visit on a port day. By the way, if you find this video helpful and would like to see more content on the best family vacations in Orlando, then you need to subscribe to my channel now. You'll get insider tips about Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, Disney Cruise Line, and of course, Royal Caribbean. Number 8. Let's stay on Deck 16 and visit Aqua Dunes Mini Golf Course. Here, families can play mini golf together in an underwater-themed course with an octopus as the centerpiece. Like all these activities, mini golf is included with your cruise fare and you can play as many times as you like, no reservation required. I recommend playing mini golf at night because the entire course lights up and the lighting interacts with your play as well. Plus, it's not quite as hot out there. You'll bake in the sun on the top deck during the day. And little ones can explore Utopia Playscape right next to the golf course, complete with a lighthouse slide. Utopia Playscape is also more fun at night because of the special lighting effects that makes this place come alive. Number 7. Let's stay on Deck 16 for one more kid-friendly activity, perhaps the biggest one of all, the Ultimate Abyss Slide. Utopia's version is very different than those on other Oasis class ships. First, it's the longest slide Royal Caribbean has created. It spans 10 decks, from Deck 16 all the way down to Deck 6, and it has a clear section so you can see outside. And Utopia's version is much faster than the slides on other Oasis ships. Utopia's version of the Ultimate Abyss is designed to be a thrilling experience, more so than other versions like those on Wonder of the Seas and Symphony of the Seas. Now, if you choose not to ride it yourself, just keep in mind that when the kids reach the end of the slide, they will be on Deck 6 aft, so you'll need to take the aft elevators down to meet them. Number 6. Now, when you come out of the Ultimate Abyss slide, you remember you'll be on Deck 6 aft, also known as the Boardwalk. This is home to the Utopia of the Seas carousel. You can check the Royal Caribbean app to see when it operates, but it's usually operating most of the day and evening. On some days, there is a family fun day event on the Boardwalk with complimentary cupcakes, beverages, entertainment, and games. Everything is free except the popcorn. For some reason, that's where Royal Caribbean draws the line on the freebies. Kids will also enjoy exploring a gift shop just for them with kid-sized outfits, Royal Caribbean-themed toys and plush animals. It also connects to Sugar Beach, a colorful candy confection store featuring a wide variety of ice cream and cupcakes. Now, the treats at Sugar Beach are not included in your cruise fare, but I find the prices to be reasonable for a venue like this. Kids can also participate in cupcake decorating at Sugar Beach. Check the Royal Caribbean app for times. But we did discover an unexpected freebie. If you go into Playmaker Sports Bar on the Boardwalk, there's a bank of classic video games like Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, and Space Invaders that were all set to free play. There's also a pool table in there that's free as well. Not many people know about this spot, so go check it out during the day. Number 5. If you're standing on the boardwalk and look up, there's a good chance you'll see people ziplining above you 10 stories up. The zipline on Utopia of the Seas starts on deck 16, right next to the Ultimate Abyss slide and Flowrider. Lines get long, so arrive early. You and the kiddos will need to wear closed-toe shoes with laces. You can't have a shoe come off and fall 10 stories down to the boardwalk. This is a big thrill, even for adults. There are guides on both sides of the zip lines that do everything for you. All you need to do is enjoy the ride, 10 stories up on a cruise ship. Number 4. If your kids are cool with heights, then they will also want to try out Utopia's rock climbing wall. This is another staple on most Royal Caribbean ships, but Utopia of the Seas wall stands at 43 feet tall, offering a vertical challenge for climbers of all skill levels. It's located on deck 6 aft. The wall features multiple routes with varying levels of difficulty, making it accessible for beginners, intermediate climbers, and for more experienced climbers looking for a challenge. You'll need to sign a waiver, so arrive about 30 minutes prior to the posted operating time on the Royal Caribbean app. You'll also need to wear socks, as special rock climbing shoes are needed, provided at no extra cost. Kids will love seeing how high they can go. It's much harder than it looks, but rappelling back down is the best part. Number 3. Like most Royal Caribbean ships, Utopia of the Seas has a large arcade on deck 16 aft with games like skee ball, video games, and table games. Games can be purchased using your SeaPass card. If you send your kids by themselves, just be clear with them how much they can spend on their cards. Sometimes Adventure Ocean will take the kids up here to have some fun. When this happens, the games are set to free play. Number 2. Silent dance parties are growing in popularity on cruise ships. Kids and adults are provided with special wireless headphones when they arrive at the event. The silent dance party is unique because even though the room or venue might be full of people dancing, the music is not played out loud through traditional speakers. This event is usually held in the Comedy Club venue on deck 4 forward. Check the Royal Caribbean app for times. Number 1. One of the best activities on board select Royal Caribbean ships is laser tag. Now, Royal Caribbean doesn't make this widely known. It's only listed on the app after you're on board, so it can be easily missed. Laser tag is set up in Studio B, the ship's ice arena. Studio B is also a multi-purpose venue that has a retractable floor that slides out over the ice. For laser tag, the crew inflates a giant inflatable maze where you can work as a team to rack up points by blasting members of the opposite team. This is fun for kids of all ages and adults alike. It's actually one of my favorite activities to do together. When it's set up, there are usually several sessions offered, starting in the afternoon and going into the evening. You can make a reservation on the app, but there's a standby line available as well. You'll find Studio B in the Entertainment Place neighborhood on deck 14 forward. There are so many things for kids and families to do together on Utopia of the Seas. If you have a question or a great tip about sailing on this mega ship, use the comments below to get the conversation started. I'll be following along. And exploring Utopia of the Seas is only one part of your vacation. Your cruise will likely stop at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Royal Caribbean's private island. I have several must-see tips for making the most out of your visit to Perfect Day. Check out that video, it's coming up right now. I'll see you over there.